Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Learn How to Sudoku, where we take a very easy variant Sudoku puzzle and we break it down in detail so that you can learn how to Sudoku. Today's very easy puzzle is called Disjoint Hegemony by Megan33. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. We also have disjoint sets, where cells in the same relative position in different boxes cannot contain the same digit. So for example, say we had a 7 here. That's in the upper left-hand corner of a box, so we cannot have another 7 in the upper left-hand corner of any other boxes. So therefore, we could not have a 7 in any of these digits if that were the case. So that's an example of how disjoint sets work. We have digits in a cage do not repeat and sum to the clue in the top left. So for example, if this were say a 7 here, oops, wow, it became a red. If this were say a 7 here, this would have to be 8 because these two digits must add up to 15 because they are in a cage which has a 15 in the upper left-hand corner and there's only those two digits in the cage. So that's an example of how, and these are known as killer cages. So that's an example of how killer cages work. We have the digits along each arrow must sum to the digit in the circled cell. So as an example, we could have, say, a 6 and a 1 here, and then this would add up to 7. So the digits along the arrow must sum up to the digit that's in the arrow. And that's an example of how arrows work. We have a black dot between cells indicates cell values with a 2-to-1 ratio, and not all dots are given. So as an example, if this were, say, 2 here, this would have to be 1 or 4 to maintain the 1-to-2 ratio that's between them. And these are known as Kropke dots, specifically black Kropke dots. And that's an example of how black Kropke dots work. Adjacent digits along a green German whisper line must have a difference of at least 5. So for example, if this were, say, 3, this would have to be 8 or 9 to make sure that these digits are 5 or more away from 3, because 8 and 9 are the only digits which are 5 or more away from 3. And I will be calling them whisper 5 lines because a setter came up with that name and I thought it was very easily extendable and I liked that better. So that's why I call them whisper 5 lines. And finally, we have digits along each thermometer must increase starting from the bulb end. So you could have something like, say, 2, 4, and 5 here, and this would be valid because you have digits continuously increasing from the bulb to the tip. What you could not have here, though, is 2, 6, and 5 because it's decreasing from the 6 to the 5 here, and that's an example of how a thermometer works. And those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's learn how to Sudoku. Okay. If we have a digit that is in a 1-to-2 ratio with 2 other digits, the only digits that fulfill that criteria, or 2 unique other digits, I should say, the only digits that fulfill that criteria are 2, which could be in a 1-to-2 ratio with 1 and 4, and 4, which could be in a 1-to-2 ratio with 2 and 8. So this must be 2 or 4, and this must be 2 or 4. And since these are disjoint sets, we know these have to be different 2s and 4s here. Because they are in the same relative position in their box, they are in the center cell of their box, so these must be distinctly different from each other. 2 is in a 1-to-2 ratio with 1 and 4. and 4 is in a 1-2 ratio with 2 and 8. And we're guaranteed 2 and 4 in this row, and this column then must be in these 3 cells. So this is 1, 2, 4, 8. This is 1, 2, 4, 8. So we're guaranteed 2 and 4 here. These digits, adding up to 15, must be 6 or higher, and we label those usually as high digits. So, right, because it's 6 and 9 or 7 and 8 adding up to 15. So this must have a high digit here. To add up to 21, it's either 489 for 3 digits. It's 489, 579, or 678. We don't know exactly which, though. So this is 4 through 9. This digit is the same as that one, because they must add up to the same sum, and these digits are by themselves. That doesn't tell us much, though. This again cannot be 2 or 4. It cannot be 9, because 9 can never be on the arrow part except for if it's summing with another digit to add up to a digit in a circle. So 9 could be here if that's 9, right? So that could work, but 9 can't be here because 9 plus 1 adds up to at least 10. So this is 1, 3, 5, 6, or 7 here. We are guaranteed 1 low digit here, right? We are guaranteed, sorry, on a Whisper 5 line, you'll always alternate between low and high digits, the low digits being 1 through 4, the high digits being 6 through 9. And the reason why you know that is what digits can be next to a low digit, which is 1 through 4. Well, 1 can be next to 6 through 9, 2 can be next to 7 through 9, 3 can be next to 8 or 9, and 4 can be next to 9 only, which are all high digits. Next to a high digit, what digits can be next to it? 6 can be next to 1, 7 can be next to 1 or 2, 8 can be next to 1 through 3, and 9 can be next to 1 through 4, all of which are low digits. So we know this is a low and a high pair here. If this is... we are guaranteed this is not 2 and 4 as a low digit. So the low digit, same here. The low digit here must be either 1 or 3. The low digit here must be either 1 or 3. But we also know that one of these digits is going to be a 2. So 2 has to be with 1 and 4, which means 3 would be the low here, and it must be with 8 or 9, if that were the case. Or 3 is here, which must be with 8 or 9 also. The other set is going to be 2, 4, and 8. So either way, this can't be a 3, right? Because if you have one, you're going to have 1, 2, and 2 with 1 and 4 surrounding it in either this spot or this spot, which means 3 is going to have to be the low here or here, guaranteed, which means this cannot be 3 here. We also know this can't be 1 because this is one of these sets is going to be 4 surrounded by 2 and 8. The other one's going to be 2 surrounded by 1 and 4. So this can't be 1 either here. It's 5, 6, or 7. So to add up with this digit, this has to then be 6 through 9 here, which is a high digit. So this is guaranteed to be 1 through 4, which is a low digit, because this is at least a 5. And this then has to be at most a 4 to add up with it. So this is guaranteed to be low. This is at least 1 and 5, adding up to 6 there. So these are all highs. What else do we know? 3 would have to be with 8 or 9. That doesn't tell us too much, though. these add up to 5. So this is 1 through 4. These add up to 5. And because of disjoint set rule, these cannot be 2 or 4 because of the 2-4 pair that's already in the central cell in boxes. So this has to be a 1-3 pair. That means the rest of the central cells in boxes have to be 5 through 9. Well, because these are both low, this is low, this is low, these are both low. This cannot be 1 or 3, it's 2 or 4. This can't be 1 or 3, it's 2 or 4. 5 can never be on a whisper 5 line, because if it were, the problem is that what digits can be 5 or more away from it. 5 subtracting 5 or more, it gets you 0 or less, which is not a normal Sudoku digit. 5 adding 5 or more gives you 10 or more, which is not a digit. So 5 can never be on a whisper 5 line. 6 can only be next to one unique digit on a whisper 5 line, so this cannot be 6 here or here. 9 can never, again, not add up with another digit to add up to another digit. So this can't be 9. So this is 5, 6, or 7, which again forces this to be 1 through 4 to add up to 6 through 9 here, which is also a high digit. Okay. 7, 8, or 9. Again, you'll alternate between high digits and low digits on a whisper 5 line. So this must be high, which is next to 2 lows. These are next to 2 lows. We have 4 low digits in the upper right-hand corner of boxes. So these have to be 1 through 4, which means the rest of the digits in the upper right-hand corner are higher 5. Oh, that tells us a lot, actually. So this is higher 5. That means this must be at minimum 5. This is greater than that. This must be greater than that, so this can never be a 5. This has to be a high digit. We have a 7, 8, 9 triplet then in central cells, which eliminates 7, 8, and 9 in central cells, so this can't be 7. This is 5 or 6. This can't be 7 or 8. It's 5 or 6 there. This can't be 2 or 4. It's 1 or 3. This can't be 2 or 4. It's 1 or 3. This is at least a 5. It could be 6 or 7. We have 6, 7, or 8 there. And then 7, 8, 9. We have a 4 through 9. So therefore, we have a 4 through 9 sextuplet in the central box, which eliminates 4 through 9 in the rest of the box. So these all have to be 1 through 3, or low digits. And where is the 4 then in this box? It must be here. So this must be 4, 8, and 9, adding up to 21, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the box. This can't be 8 or 9. It's 7, which makes this 6, which makes that 5. Therefore, this is a high digit. This is 5, so these cannot be 5 anymore in the upper right-hand corner. 7 eliminates 7 from the rest of the central cells. So this must be 6, 9, or 7, 8 here. That means we have a guaranteed 8, 9 here. We have a guaranteed 8 or 9 here to add up to 15, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the row. So this cannot be 8 here. Therefore, this must be 1, 4 surrounding the 2 there. So this is 2 surrounding 1 and 4. That 1, 4 pair now eliminates 1 and 4 in the rest of the row. So this can't be 1, it's 3. That makes this 8 or 9, that's fine. That eliminates 3 in the rest of the box. 2 eliminates 2 here, so this is 4, which makes this a 2, 8 pair left in to be in a 1 to 2 ratio with a 4. 2 and 8 eliminate 2 and 8 in the rest of the column, so this can't be 8, that's 9, which eliminates 9 in the rest of the central boxes, so that's 8. This cannot be 7, 8, it's 6, 9 as a pair. 8 cannot be next to 4 on Whisper 5 line. So this is 1 and 2. 6 and 9 eliminate 6 and 9 in the rest of row 2. So this can't be 6, it's 5. That means this can't be 5 here, so this has to be 6. 6 and 4 will add up to 10, so this cannot be 4. This can't be 6 because 6 and 1 add up to at minimum 7. So these are all lows. We have 2 and 8 here. 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 add up to 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. We are guaranteed one of these is a 4 here. We're not sure which. Remaining digit of row 2, is a 7. So this is 7, which eliminates 7 in the box. Therefore, this can't be 2 and 5 adding up to 7 there. These are, again, 1, 2, and 3, so that's 1, 2. This is 1, 2, 3. 9 eliminates 9 here. This is 2, 8 as a pair. These digits are the same, but we don't know what they are. 9 has to be one of these two. Where is 9 in row 4? It must be one of these 3. This has to be 6 through 9. Okay. This digit cannot be these digits, so it must be the same as that digit. So I guess we'll mark that as A, I guess. I don't know if I want to color it. Maybe we should color it. Let's color it dark. So this is the same as this. It cannot be, obviously, any of these. It has to be the same as one of these 3. Can't be here. Can't be any of these, so it must be one of these 2. Which means well, obviously it's one of those 3. This means... Where else could it be? 3 is here, 3 is here, so 3 has to be one of these 2. Seven is a high digit. Remaining digits in column 8. We have 1, 3. Oh, where's 7? 7 can't be either of these digits because of 7 in the box. So 7 has to be here. That's a high digit. Remaining digits in column 8 then are 6 with 1 or 3, and we're guaranteed one of these is a 6. So that eliminates 6 from the rest of the box. So this can't be 6, that's 9 and 6. This can't be 6 or 9, it's 8. So 3 and 5 add up to 8. That eliminates 3 from the rest of the box, so we have a 1-6 pair. We celebrate the 3 in the corner because we're getting close to solving it. This 1-6 pair eliminates 1 and 6 here, so that's 3. 3 cannot be in the upper right-hand corner anymore, so no 3 here. We have a 1-2 pair in the upper right-hand corner cells, so this must be 4. And 2 and 6 can no longer add up to 8 here because we have the 8 in the lower left-hand corner. So this must be 1 and 6 adding up to 7 here. Okay. This 1 then means this has to be a 2 by disjoint sets. It's the same digit as that, so this is 2. This cannot be 2 here, because if that's 2, where is 3 going to be in column 5? This can't be 2 or 3. It's 1, which makes this 3. This can't be 3 and 2, so this is 1 and 4, which means this can't be 1. It's 3 and 2. Yeah, that's another way of going about it. But anyways, 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 8 and 2. Whoops, not color, 8 and 2. Okay, 8 cannot be in the lower left-hand cell, so this can't be 8. 4 eliminates 4 here, so that's 8, which means 8 can't be either of these. It's 4 or 9. Remaining digits in this upper right-hand box are 2 and 4. This can't be dark because it's 2. So all the darks we can remove, so it's 2 there. That leaves this as 4 in this upper right-hand box. Okay, so 1 eliminates 1 here, so it's 4 and 1. This has to be a high digit, which is 8 or 9. 6 can't be here, 6 can't be here. 6 could be here or here. Okay. Remaining digits in... Well, where is 1 in row 4? Can't be here because of 1 in the box, so it has to be here. That leaves the remaining digits in row 4 as 3, 8, and 9. Remaining digits of row 5 are 2, 5, and 6. And they cannot be 6 in the right central position. So this is 2, 5, 2, 5, which forces this to be 6 there. 2 eliminates 2 here, so it's 5 and 2. Okay. Remaining digits of this left central box, then, because of the 3, 8, 9 triplet, cannot be 3, 8, and 9, so it has to be 5, 6, and 7. And this digit is the same as that, and it cannot be 6 or 7, so this must be 5. That's 5 there. This can't be 6, or 5 or 7, so it's 6, which makes that 7. This is a high digit. It's not 3. So 5 is here, 5 is here. This has to be a high digit, so 5 can't be there. So where's 5 in column 3? It must be here. So this is 5. Where is 1 in this lower central box? It must be one of these 2 digits here, which means 1 cannot be here, 1 cannot be here in this upper central box, so 1 has to be one of those 2. 2. We know where 2 has to be in row 6 because it cannot be here because of 2 in the column, so this is 2 there. That leaves this as an 8. So we should have 8 2s, which we do. We know where the last 2 has to be. It has to be there. 3s. 3 in row 3 cannot be any of these cells because of 3 in the box. It cannot be here because by disjoint set, we have a 3 already in that position, so 3 has to be here, which means this can't be 3. Where's 3 in row 4? It has to be here. So we have... Where is 3 in column 3 then? Can't be any of these digits. Can't be here because of 3 in the row, so it must be there. And then we have 8 3s. We know where the last 3 has to be. It has to be there. 4. Where is 4? We have 8 and 9 remaining in column 1. Let's do that. 4, we don't have as much information on. 5s. Okay, 5 in row 1 has to be one of these 2 digits because we already have 5s in the boxes here. Where's 5 in this lower central box? Cannot be here or here, so it has to be one of these digits, which means these digits have to be 1 and 5. Because that's where only 1 and 5, that's where 1 and 5 can only be in this box. So this is a 1-5 pair. We have 1 already in the left central position, so this can't be 1. This is 5, which makes that 1. That gives us 5 can't be here, so 5 has to be here, which makes this 1, which eliminates 1 here, so it's 6 and 1 there. So that should give all the 1s. Actually, we have, well, okay. Let's continue. We have 8 5s now. We know where the last 5 has to be. It has to be there. 6s. 6 in row 1 cannot be here because of 6 in the box, can't be here because of 6 in the columns, so must be here. That gives us... We know where is 6 in column 4 then. It cannot be here because of 6 in the box, so it has to be here. That gives us 8 6s. We know where the last 6 has to be. It has to be there. 7. 7 in column 7 has to be here. 7 in row 7 cannot be here or here because of 7 in the box, can't be here because of 7 in the column, so it must be there. 7 in column 4 can't be here because of the disjoint sets rule, and that being in the lower left-hand corner, so 7 has to be there. Which gives us 8 7, so we know where the last 7 has to be. It has to be there. 8s. 8 in column 6 cannot be any of these digits and can't be here because of 8 in the row, so this is 8 there. 8 to be in the upper right-hand corner can only be here because it can't be here because of 8 in the column. So this is 8, this is 9, which makes that 8. That should give us 8 8s, which it does. We know where the last 8 has to be. It has to be there. 9, we know this has to be the only remaining upper right-hand corner is missing a 9. So this must be 9. That's 1. We have a 9 we're missing in row 1, so that's 9. We have a 9 missing in column 3, so that's 9. That means the 9 in row 9 cannot be here, so this must be 9 there. The 9 in row 3 cannot be here because of 9 in the column, so 9's there, which makes this 4, which makes that 9. And I think that should be all 9 9s. Right, and then we could just fill out these. So this must be 4, 4, and 4. And that's a solution. Hopefully that made sense to you guys. I've been told that disjoints, a lot of people have problems with disjoint sets, but for some reason it comes easier to me to spot. I haven't done one in a while though, so it's been a while since I've done a disjoint set. So I might have been a little slow here in doing that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Learn How to Sudoku, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.